What up, though? What the deal is? Hey, my little homie Christ Council already pulled up on me. What up, though? Tanya Hicks, what up, though? Hey, y'all. Well. well. I sit back and I look at the world turn, and somehow you got everything figured out to a certain extent, but yet you still keep getting surprised. That's a lot like the Bible to me. That's a lot like the Bible. You read, God loves you, he sacrificed his own son, to pull you up out the mud, so to speak. And in between the God loves you and sacrificing his son, all other types of stuff is going on. And you would think, like, I got faith in what I read, and you'd think can't nothing get stranger than that. You'd think don't nothing get any weirder than that, supernatural than that, right? Then you get on this platform and you hear people with shit lives project on everybody but themselves. And yeah, they're standing the blame of some things. But I ask y'all, I've been straight up about my life since I came on this platform. I'm what these weirdos would call a bum, a dusty. I'm what these weirdos would call anything other than a living, breathing man. See, these weirdo motherfuckers, you ain't nothing to them unless you got something. You ain't unless you got some type of name or some type of title, or you got more than them. You're nothing to them. And see, them are the type of people that I look down on, that I cast judgment on. I call those people scum. See, I don't cast judgment on them to say they need to be killed, they need to be destroyed like some of these other weirdos do. I'm the guy that casts judgment and say, "Oh, I don't want that person nowhere near me." That's the judgment I cast. And I don't go to their channels trying to hear what they say and see who all over there. I don't do that. I treat it just like real life, nigga. If I'm not good enough to speak to you, nigga, you not good enough to even be in the vicinity, the same vicinity that I'm in. Niggas make this harder than what it is. It ain't hard. It's just about what you think about yourself. How much you understand how much uh do you think about your own character, your own being? See, I go into a store and they racial profile me and say, "Hey, get out, I don't want your business." I don't stand there and say, "Hey, I'm a paying customer. Why can't I get this?" No, I don't. Did I do something wrong? We just don't want your business. Okay, I'm gone. That's who I am. I'm not about to stand there and beg nobody to spend my hard-earned money. That just ain't the way it is. I can be craving McDonald's from a week ago and finally get the means to go get me exactly what I want instead of selling for the $2 menu. You understand? And if I go to that window and those people talking spicy, those people talking out the side of their head, guess what? I don't argue or none of that. I had a situation yesterday. Let me tell y'all this. We was eating leftovers anyway, but it was after 4 o'clock. I hadn't eaten yet. Y'all know the situation. Took my wife to get something to eat. I ain't take her out to lunch. I just took her to get something to eat because we got leftovers. Just go get us a sandwich, right? So I'm in the drive-through. Was this yesterday? Let's just imagine it was yesterday. If it wasn't, I'm in a drive-through, and it's a 2-lane drive-through at McDonald's. And I guess they shift changing, what have you. I worked fast food before, so I know how it go. And I got my wife in the car to keep me company, so it ain't no problem. Waiting. So I'm sitting here waiting. I finally get to the speaker. They say, hey, because it's a nice little line. They say, hey, wait a minute before you order. So while I'm waiting a minute, I see this other line, or should I say the line right next to me, get 3, 4 customers done. So I didn't hit my horn. Now, if you work in fast food, y'all know that's one of the most disrespectful things you can do to a worker is hit your horn. So I hit my horn and I say, hey, you just gonna do me like this? You just gonna leave me out here like this? Now listen, she ain't no mind reader. She's just some kid, and she wasn't a kid. She was a full-grown woman, but I could tell she was younger than me. At least, she looked that way. So I asked her at the speaker, I say, let me see your manager. Well, I am a manager. I say, okay. I didn't say nothing else. I just pulled up, right? I didn't even order. So I get to the window and I say, you say you the manager? And she said, I'm one of them. I said, is it a manager over you? She said, no. Well, she said, yeah, well, but I'm one of them. I said, well, tell me this, manager. Because right off, when I asked her that question, she told me I was being rude. So that's when I decide, okay, I ain't ordering nothing. Let me just pull up and, say what I need to say. So I pulled up on her. I say, I talked about that manager stuff I just said, right? And I said, well, ma'am, tell me, how did I act rude towards you just by asking you a question? I asked you, are you just going to leave me sitting here like this? You done took 3 orders. I said, where was the rudeness at? So dig this here, y'all. This is when she break it down for me. She say, well, listen, it's supposed to be 2 people taking orders, but it's just 1. She said, if I forget to hit this button, I don't switch to the other speaker. And I'm not used to hitting the button because it's usually a second. And I said, wow. I said, listen, I'm cool with that. I understand all that. You just made a mistake and forgot I was sitting here or didn't hit whatever you said you need to hit. I said, I'm okay with that. Thank you for explaining that to me. Now, do you want me to order or you want me to go back around? She said, you go ahead and order. Just that simple, y'all. Now, if she would have came at me with the attitude of, no, you was rude, you can go, I would have just took off. I wouldn't have sat there and ordered. I wouldn't have called her no names. I'm not going to get mad at nobody for not wanting my money. That's just the fact of the matter. I'm not going to get mad at nobody. I'm not going to cuss nobody. I'm not going to wait for nobody outside. I'm not going to threaten nobody. None of that for not wanting my money. So when it comes to my attention, I look at that as way more precious than my money. See, a lot of you weirdos out there, I can't say y'all never had none because I never had none, and I don't have that type of attitude where I feel that my money or things are more important than human beings. So I can't understand it. The only thing I can do is call it weird, call it sad and weird. So when I go visit a content creator and that content creator, for whatever reason, if y'all seen my community section, seen my last post about with Play-Doh on there, y'all can understand I overstood this before I even hit the live button. I didn't have people go off on me because I was exposing celebrities. They ain't never paid their bills, ain't never fed them or nothing like that. Why, I've been fed by celebrities before. Namely one, Eminem, fed me real good and paid me real good. But you won't hear me out here windmilling for that man. Because that man, whether he paid me or not, he got the service he wanted out of me. That's it. That nigga don't give a damn about me. He don't give a damn about my family. He didn't congratulate me on having babies and things like that, or ask me if I needed some help with some bills. So I ain't gonna windmill for no stranger like that. But I didn't get cursed out because I didn't told about some details, behind the scene details, and details that's right in our face that people don't really pay no attention to. And I got cursed out because I was speaking on experience I had with particular celebrities. And not just on YouTube. I got cussed out on Facebook, because a lot of people on Facebook know that I was in those circles. I was singing. I was in the church. See, when you're in the church and you're singing and you sound halfway decent, see, you get involved in certain circles. So did I not understand that before I hit the live button? I absolutely did. So it's no big surprise to me. This person say block that person, or I don't want that person over here, and I haven't said, or should I say, I haven't did anything wrong, but speak on lies and truth. That's all I've done. I was coming at ZX, Diva Time Boy. These are people that personally did something to offend me. ZX went out of his way to interrupt a pretty good conversation I was having with real men on this platform, to invite me to his platform so he can tell me a bold-faced lie. Diva Time Boyish took my friendship or my extended hand and spit on it. So of course I feel some type of way about them, but yet and still, I don't go to their shows. I don't bother them unless they come where I'm at. Then I may speak to them or try to get up under their skin. Nothing continuous, just hey, I'm here. You might not want to be here because you didn't want me where you were. So maybe you want to get a heads up and get the fuck on. Forgive my French. I'm giving you a heads up so you can go, because anything to touch on lies and this, let me get to the main meat of my lie. I know y'all heard me touch on briefly about these black racist people against black people. See, I'm glad I don't associate myself with black, because ain't nothing about me black but my shoes, but some of my gear. That's the only thing black about me. Other than that, my hair is brown, my eyes are brown, my skin is brown. You understand? So when I see these racist black people that's racist against other black people, I never get offended. Maybe a bit disappointed, but never get offended. Because I don't play the color game. I don't ascribe to it on the lightest level. Although it may affect me in the way I see things sometimes, I never play the game. I observe it. When they come with this Black History Month and this black person made this and this black person, I don't play their game. I don't care what color a person was if they made something that I'm utilizing. like the street lights, the peanut butter, um, clothes detergent. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? If me caring or me giving a damn about what color a person is, that's gonna help me pay my bills. Is it gonna make me? Is it gonna help me make my wife happier? Is it gonna help me to raise my kids? Then why should I give a damn what color a person is if they made something that's that's usable for me, that I look forward to using or anything like that? Why would I care? I know nothing. I've done the research. There's nothing in there that I have to worry about repercussions coming out of. But for from some reason, these weirdos out here, knowing what color a person is, or a color on a person makes them who they are. Not in my world. I done seen sick white folks. I done seen sick black folks. Sick is sick. You get people come on this platform and talk about people that's quote unquote black like them, like they're white, like they're the most racist people in America. And I ask the question, with racists like that, who cares about a white racist? You can see a white racist coming. At least you can see they white. You just can't tell what's gonna come out of them. But with a black racist, you got a bitch ass nigga looking down at their nose that shop in the same places that you shop in, that live in the same areas you live in, that go to the same stores, get the same gas from the same gas station, and these niggas and bitches are blacker than you. Make that make sense for me. When I tell you that the powers that be created Uncle Ruckus, man and woman alike, that may be an understatement. These fools out here, straight up Uncle Ruckus status. Hate their own kind because their own kind 9 times out of 10 has fucked them over. Yeah, but that's your fault for ascribing to race. That's nobody's fault. You thought because that motherfucker's skin was black that he took it the same way you took it. And then when that black skinned nigga fucked you over several hundred times because you keep on making the same dumbass mistake, and I'm guilty of that on other ways, making mistakes. You want to take a whole goddamn creed down, which it's a and forgive me, y'all. If y'all want to cuss me out, come gonna cuss me out. If you cuss me out too good, I'm gonna cuss you out back. But because you got a lot of numbskulls that ascribe to race, you want to take the whole so-called race down, chew them out the frame. And I told my little dog, I said, listen, man, and you know who I'm talking, you know what I'm talking about. The people that know me know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know, you don't need to know. You'll figure it out later on. But I told my little dog, I said, hey, this behind the scenes, lay off such and such. When such and such, when such and such going on their rants, they not talking about people like us. They talking about those kind of people. Fighting, windmilling for a stranger. And I tell y'all, if you don't care, you ain't got nothing to lose. It ain't nothing wrong with fighting for somebody. Just don't be surprised when the person you fighting for turn on your ass. Just don't be surprised when a person you windmilling for disappoint your ass. Just don't cry about it. Take it like a man. Take it on the chin. Take it like a grown woman. Because that's what usually end up happening. Because you see somebody getting bullied, you see somebody getting mistreated, and you see them stand up for themselves, and you root for them. You see everybody trying to attack them, and you see them stand up for themselves. You root for them, pulling for them. But see, we live and we learn. Just don't be surprised. Don't be one bit surprised when that person you windmilling for turn on you. Look at you like you're an enemy. Probably because you cool with somebody else, and somebody else and them just so happen to get into it. And listen, there's people on this platform that's like myself. We judge you by how you treat us. We ain't judging you because you cool with somebody that we don't like. See, the thing is, if you let a person walk their own path, maybe the person you telling or trying to get in here and say, hey, I don't like that person, you shouldn't fuck with that person, maybe they can figure that out for themselves. Just maybe. See, they did a real good job with creating Uncle Ruckuses, but they did an even better job creating narcs. You want me to give you a brief description of a narc? A person coming to help you, and you tell them, no, I don't need your help. And you might not saying you need their help because they might be clout chasers and trying to get close to you. You might be saying, no, you don't need their help because you don't want them getting caught in the crossfire. They don't know. All they know is that you're refusing their help. And because you refuse their help, they want to chew you up for it. They want to cuss you out for it. They want to get mad at you. Well, sir, ma'am, or sir, ma'am nowadays, or ma'am, sir nowadays, if you're coming to help me and I explain to you I don't need no help, I can get off the ground myself, why are you mad at me for not using the help you were trying to give me? If you were trying to help me, how can you turn on me so fast to the point where I just denied or didn't want you to use no unnecessary muscle that I can do it myself? How does that make you turn against me if you were here to help me? See, you weirdos don't get it. They don't get it, and they never will. It's some people on here, y'all, I text, I write and greet and things like that. They don't even greet me back no more. They don't even acknowledge me no more. Why? I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm on here to help the sick, not befriend them. The fuck can you befriend somebody that's sick? You want to know what sick is? Your feed. And go check out some of these people. See, I don't like to just stay in one area. I like to branch out. Go look at how many people you see black talk about black people. Look at how many married people talk about other married people. Talk about single people. Look how many dusty and dirty people call other people dusty and dirty. It's a shit show. It's a sick shit show. And you think for any reason that I would care about somebody sick And it's very easy for a person that know what sick look like. A person that grew up around sick, know what sick look like. No, it's not just a cough or cold, but it's a mental thing. It's a spiritual thing. I know what sick look like. I was sick most of my life. Or let's just say this, over half of my life. So I know what sick is. I know what being a narc is way before I found out that it was actually a word to describe it. I know what bipolar is, and I know why anybody that get diagnosed with it are also given medication for it. See, that's a design. See, at one time bipolar didn't exist. It didn't exist. It was something called ADHD, where people just had so much energy and had so much spunk that they couldn't think things out before they acted it out. But we got this bipolar for you, and we're gonna give you some medication so that we can make this thing we made up even more realer than what it is, to the point where you do lose control over what you bring out your mouth. You lose control of your mind while at the same time getting your liver killed, getting your liver done away with. So you never, you really have to find out how dynamic that liver is. It can take a lot of punches, it can take a lot of bruises, but once it's too far gone, it's gone. And when that liver too far gone, you ain't far from behind it. Weirdos. Yeah, I took some money. I accepted that, but I also learned an important lesson with that too. So what I do from now on, when I took a look at how envious and how upset people get from you getting money on here, when I seen that with my own eyes, I stopped asking for money. I just stopped asking for money. You know what? I'm good. I got everything I need. I learned the lesson so important that if I need Vic to help me with anything in the real world, that I just go to him. I just go to him. These people get mad off of what you got. And then the people that have and know they got more than you and living more than you, they like to stomp on the people that don't have what they have. Straight up weirdos. They like to prostrate themselves in front of the things that they buy. See, things and money don't make me. It don't make my wife. My wife got so many clothes, so many colors, so many beautiful outfits. I bring my wife some name brands, some stuff that's over the top. My wife ain't wearing that shit. We don't rotate off other people's names on our ass. We don't brag and prostrate ourselves before Michael Jordan and all that shit. We let you weird motherfuckers do that shit. Oh, I got the new J's. Oh, I got the new this. I got the new that. Bitch, what you got with your name on it, nigga? No, I know your name on the receipt because you paid off the card. But what clothing do you have with your name sold into them, nigga? Quit dick riding somebody else's name. I can understand the kids doing it, but bitch, you a grown man, a grown woman. Nigga want to hear this type of shit I'm teaching. Then you get these weirdos. I'm not gonna respond to nobody with 20 subs. Yeah, you don't want to respond to nobody because that truth hurt. That truth digging your ass deep. Don't try to put it off on those subs, nigga. Don't try to put it off on those subs. You don't want to respond to this or that because you don't like the truth. Like to come with that fake, man. I hear that shit and I say, yep, yep, I thought so. But I'm digging through my feed and I'm literally on here seeing people that has done fucked up, weird, psycho shit on here giving advice. And y'all know, when it comes to MU, I have no disrespect for that lady. I have disrespect for the actions she committed, but I ain't got disrespect for that lady. But I squeeze over through there on my feed, because I don't know how your phone is, but on my feed, if you have your phone upright and you scroll down, you can see videos without worrying about commercials or whatnot, just looking at it on a smaller view. So I scroll down, I see she got a big panel up there. I'm a nosy nigga. You did. I stopped through there and I hear her talking about receipts and how she do stuff the right way and don't do. And I'm looking at this and I'm in amazement. I'm in awe. See, let me help y'all understand the reason that I don't subscribe or go over to misused dwelling places. Miss U is responsible for having her child, at least it was her child or somebody pretending to be her child, to come on this platform and accuse a man of pedophilic activities. And that man is somebody I'm still subscribed to today called Uncle Shug. Got on here and coached her daughter into making false pedophilic accusations on this man. See, to the weirdos, that type of shit normal. And yeah, I'm calling my brother a weirdo on this one as well, because he opened his arms like it wasn't nothing. And I really hate the fact that Suge didn't shoot at him for that. I really hate the fact, because I sure would have put my hands up and turned the other cheek, treating her like she didn't just do a man this way. And this went on for weeks, y'all. It wasn't just one day she got up there and did this and it was over with. No, no. This man literally had to clear his name before strangers. Literally. Or like my UK people say, literally. See, when it comes to doing shit that atrocious, unless you find Jesus Christ, the real Jesus Christ, not this pretend Jesus Christ, we ain't got nothing to talk about. She heard me say some things about her, about what I'm speaking about now, and spoke to me. I guess she thought I wasn't gonna speak back. No, I don't hold grudges. You didn't do nothing wrong to me. But I see what you are capable of doing. I see how far you'll go. And just because you're clean now, You haven't had enough years up under your belt to be giving nobody no goddamn counsel. You ain't got enough years up under your belt. You just got clean. So if this is your counselor, then understand why I call you motherfuckers sick and weird. It's the blind leading the blind. Got about 20 more minutes. I'm gonna spend this 20 more minutes doing what I want to do, and that's just getting off some shots, building a dialogue. And I heard Vic say something. He told me before I start making videos. I heard him say this the other day. He said, "Start." He wasn't talking to me per se, but he told me this. Mano to mano, to start filling out my description box, because all these things that I say, all these actions that I make, gonna come full circle. Gonna come full circle. If these people truly ain't changed their lives, y'all gonna see it on the big screen. Not because they want you to see it, not just because they want you to see it, but you're gonna see it because it's meant for you to see. These people think they're impelled by their own, and I'm talking about the sick people, by their own thought process, that they do stuff because they want to. No, you do it because you're sick. And whichever the wind blow is the same way you gonna blow. See, I don't do what I do for money. I wasn't that kid that mom and them had to wake up Sunday to go to church. My mama didn't go to church. She did for a short period of time, but what she found out when she went to church? Scandal, which pushed her further away from God. Because when she found her a little church to go to, or the little churches that she found individually to go to and felt comfortable in, that she felt was down to earth with her, she chilled with them churches only to find out that they wasn't no different than the other churches, than the bigger, more flashier churches. They was just that way on a smaller scale, which pushed her further away from Jesus Christ. So I don't mean just Jesus. I mean Jesus Christ, the anointed one. The one that the Bible tells us about. Not the one that the preacher tell you about, but the one that the Bible tell you about. Preacher put his own little spin in there. The Bible, just straight direct. Who it is, what he did, what he came for, what he about. That's it. I take it, when I seen that, what I seen today, it looks no different than ZX counseling, because he got the voice and the time. Counsel people on them not doing the same thing that he is doing. That don't sound crazy? That don't sound crazy to you? Because it sounds amazingly crazy to me. And what's even more crazy about it, the amount of people that pull up. And let me tell you something. Anybody that follows ZX, anybody that follows, what's the other girl name? The Panda Bear. See, what they do to you, I will say them and people like them, use you And I'm talking to you, King Raymond. And when they get finished using you, when they get bored, they're going to play with your life. If YouTube is everything to you, they're going to play with it for you. See, they ain't nobody going to play with me. They can't. Well, they going to talk about my stomach, how fat I am, bitch. That's been getting talked about since elementary. And if you look at my stomach now compared to elementary, it ain't nowhere near the way it was in elementary. It's way more than I ever had right now. But you think some scum, sick bastard is going to make me feel bad about what I feel good about? You think a son of a bitch that life, the only life they got, the only interaction they got is on social media? You think that they can actually affect me in any sort or kind of way? It's impossible. For my channel, do you think I actually need people to visit my chat for me to make dialogue that's going to stand through the test of time? No, I don't. I promise you, whether I'm here or whether I'm dead, that all my videos that consist of truth and not my emotions, all my videos will be referenced. I can promise you that. If you're able to find them on online, all of them will be referenced. See, the thing about truth is this: anybody that love the truth, anybody that love truth, they're going to resonate with the truth and they're going to find each other. They're going to find each other. I ran into a girl I grew up with, and we were always in the church. You know, her little sister, me, my sister. She got married long time ago. She said she's been married 30 years. And I felt like, okay, I lost contact with her, blase split. But the girl I'm talking about is a real fucking woman. And she was a real woman as a little girl. I last remember her. And I reached out to her on certain things. See, the thing is, when you meet people on here and they hear your voice through typings on a screen, it's more to that there. It's more to it there. How you hear my voice and you never heard me before? Only thing you seen was me typing. And me and you were on agreements on almost everything that we typed about. How does that happen? See, when you a lover of truth, it don't just radiate around you. It radiates through other people that feels the same way. And the connection is automatically made. Automatically made. See, there what, 5 million people, let's just use a number for shit's sake, right? 5 million people online. Me, myself, I'm only anticipating about 100 of those people. That's as real as they come. Out of 5 million. Now, I hope I'm greatly wrong and disappointed by my assumption, because that's all I'm making is assumption. An assumption, an educated assumption based on reality, based on my reality. Out of 5 million people, I only anticipate 100 people being solid as a rock, Ashford and Simpson status. That's sad if you choose to weigh negative over positivity. But to me, it's good because it still proves the devil to be a liar. It still shows that everybody ain't gone. It still shows that everybody ain't dumbed down. When you see 100 out of 5 million, it means it's still hope. Not hope for the people that chose God, because I mean, unless your faith is trash, you already see the war is won. You already know the war is already over with. You just seeing it play out. But it means it's hope for the people that's lost. When I see 100 out of 5 million, there's actually hope for the people that's lost. Because out of that 100, with good work, dedication, and love, most of all, those 100 people can turn to a hydrogen bomb each. And when they crash down and explode, make mushroom clouds that go higher than the firmament itself. See, one thing we do know for sure, at least those of us that resonate our faith, is that every knee shall bow and all will know that the Most High is the Most High, and his Christ is the anointed one. That's all I know for sure. Everything else in between, I'm just making guesstimations, assumptions, observations, if you will. But I do know that every word that's in that book will come to pass. See, the spiritual realm runs a lot different than the physical realm. See, in the physical realm, this war is already over with. It's already over with. What Satan and his demons are doing right now is trying to make sure you don't have a resurrection. Trying to make sure you suffer just along with them, because in their mind, you're responsible for their damnation. You ever seen somebody, okay, True Freeman, you see how he blames everything on everybody but himself? That's Satan. That's Satan. See, Satan say everything was cool before you came along. Before you, it was 100. When you came along, the way I'm made, talking about I got to watch after you, I got to protect you, I got to bow down to you. Oh, hell no. So I went off because I felt like my pops loved you more than he loved me. So with that in mind, I'm taking you down with me. And guess what else Satan say after that? After he say, I'm taking you down with me, guess what else he say, y'all? He say, I'm taking you down with me, bitch. That's his emphasis on the situation. That's why you're going to follow his stars. You're going to follow his media. You're going to follow his propaganda. You're going to follow his witchcraft. You're going to follow his music. I had a person say, man, what's devil music? What's Satan music? You talk about that's music dedicated to the devil. What's that? I said, you got some old school NWA? I said, you got some old school Gucci? You got some Two Live Crew? You got some Jeezy? I said, out of all of those celebrities, do any of them have any consistency on telling you to get right with God? Leave this world alone? That it's already condemned? That you invest in your money in a bank that got the close sign on the front door? closing soon? Are you doing those things? Are they doing any of those things? Well, folks, that's what you have for devil music. Music that don't promote anything theocratic, that don't speak on anything spiritual. You getting right with God, you getting right within yourself. Music that promotes filthiness, putting things before you put human beings. Music that puts pussy ahead of humanity. You want to know what devil music is? And then a lot of people mix up the new Christian music with devil music. They like to call that devil music. What makes Christian music devil music? What makes it? And I'm gonna answer this question before I get off. What makes Christian music into devil music is selling the music. See, Christ said that you didn't pay for this. You didn't pay for this information and this knowledge and this good news. Give it free to everybody you come across, just like it was given free to you. But you got Christian music that's actually getting sold. That's what makes it devil music. And y'all know I listen to music. Y'all know I listen to music. I have music on almost every time I go live. So I'm not saying that you just supposed to cut cold turkey. I'm just presenting the truth. That's it. Yeah, I got my love songs and all that stuff, and I got my hardcore rap. They got the hard beats and everything. I just watch how much of it I consume because I know what it is. I know I'm 9 times out of 10 addicted to it. And my addiction consists of, at least I listen to music at least once or twice a week, depending on when I'm going live or not, because I'm rarely outside unless I'm taking care of business. But I'm not riding up the street with my sounds banging. You dig what I'm saying? I got to pay attention to everybody out here. I ain't riding around with my sounds banging. That's what's up, brown sugar. What's good? Thanks for dropping through. I'm just dropping a few bars. Ain't nothing. Just dropping a few bars. See, I want y'all to get ready though, because I'm gonna be on that riverfront, and I got that voice, and people hear me talk. They got some input. They gonna be invited to stop and talk. That's how I do things. So I want y'all to get ready for that. My wife about to get ready and get off, y'all. I'm right here outside her job, across the street, waiting to see her pretty face. And I'm gonna get back at y'all. Y'all just be safe out there, and please do listen to this video or live in its entirety. Don't just listen to a piece of it. Get the whole gist of it. Peace, love. I'm out, y'all. Yeah, pretty girl. Hey, baby.